Hey everybody, it's your girl April Marie, and I am so excited to be here with you today. Welcome to Handle Her With Care podcast. So today I have a special episode. Welcome to the Black History Month episode, okay? So we are going to be talking about Black-owned businesses. That's right. Black-owned businesses. I am one. If you're watching and you are one too, pat yourself on the back. And also spank your hand because we are going to fix some things today. Okay. We're going to get to the nitty gritty on all the things that's happening in the Black community as far as business, from that side of the coin, and then also consumer, because we're all consumers as well. Right. Before we get started, I do just want to give a shout out to the place where I record my podcast, 661 Creator Space. I love it here. I love it here. I was just sitting here talking with Tavier, the owner, for, I don't even know, an hour and a half before we got started because the day was daying. And because this is a Black space, I can let my hair down and I can be comfortable. So thank God for 661 Creator Space. Any of your podcast needs, when it comes to any of your wanting to record something, a documentary, right? I had a brain fart. Anything that has to do with multimedia, that's what I meant to say. This is the place where you want to be, is right here at 661 Creator Space. The owner has created and curated all of these spaces that, one that you're seeing me on, and then there's so many different rooms that have, possibilities. That's it, possibilities. So jump in, get here. I'm going to put the information to contact her in the comments, okay? Thank you to My Hair Honey. It is one of my Black-owned businesses, yes. And, my website is down because I took it down because we're revamping and we're restocking and we're making some changes to have a better push in 2026, right? So the goal is to continue to grow, and so that is what we're doing. You can still get your hair growth oil on Instagram. You can DM me for it, and we'll get it shipped out because that's what we do. We ship it, or you can pick up at the local pickup spot. Anyway, thank you to my show sponsor. Thank you for supporting me all of these years, even though it is my company. It is a business. It is a Black-owned business. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's just dive in. It's just me, so we don't have to be all super formal. Let me just tell you that this episode is going to get very real. I am not here for any games. I am a Black business owner. I have been a business owner for 23 years. I have just made the switch now to where I have a softer life that I have set up for myself, right? So, hi, my name is April Marie. I'm a self-care coach. I teach women how to care for themselves from the space of restoration, not resentment. So I'm giving and I'm giving and I'm giving. I'm not getting anything in return. So then I have to now learn how to reciprocate for myself. So if I'm giving to my kids, I need to remember to restore so that I can also continue to give, remember who I am, and be kind and continue to flow and love on, my family and friends around me. Because if I'm depleted, how can I give? You cannot pour from an empty cup. It is the oldest saying, but for whatever reason, we tend to forget it. And as women, as mothers, as wives, as girlfriends, okay, as all the things, it is like really, really hard. So I've been an entrepreneur. I've been a giver, right? For 23 years, I'm a hairstylist. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I have been in the beauty industry, like I said, for 23 years, and it has been very rewarding, hard, long hours, crazy, right? Super accommodating. I'm always flexible, always trying to make it happen for people. And, it's been the space that I have been working in and providing for my family in. I love it because I love my clients. I take excellent care of my ladies, and my track record and the proof is in the pudding, right? I have maintained my clientele for some of my clients I've had for 23 years. That's the length of my entire career. And so I'm thankful to God for that, for having people to continue year after year to trust me with their hair. That's a gift. And so it's not just their hair, but it's also like pieces of them as well, right? Their heart, come in overwhelmed. Now we're sharing minds and we're figuring things out together. When you come and you sit in my chair, I'm giving an experience. Okay. That's me being a cosmetologist. That is that business that I offer. So I also have Hair Honey, which you heard me talk about earlier. That is my hair care line, right? So me and my business partner, Denisha, we have hair growth oil. We have hair extensions. There's a leave-in conditioner and an edge control. We also had other products, but we're revamping and redoing some things. So anyway, it's what I said it was, right? So it's the hair growth oil, it's the leave-in, it's bundles, and edge control. So that business was birthed out of a need for quality products within my industry that I operate in, right? Like it was hard for me to find good oil, so I decided to make one. And when I made it, I was like, okay, this is going to be bomb. I'm going to bottle it pretty because I want it to sit on my counter next to all of my perfumes. I want it to stand alone. I want it to be a thing, right? So I put tons of effort. The recipe is God inspired, okay, to creating this oil that would be not only good for your hair, but it would smell good and it would make you feel good. Okay. Then I have All Dolled Up Beauty Bar. All Dolled Up Beauty Bar. If you know, you know. Okay. It was the crown jewel of the Antelope Valley for 7 years. My business partner, Courtney Moore, and I worked together so beautifully to put this beautiful environment together for women. More so than just your beauty, we were more concerned with your customer experience, right? So the goal was for you to come in and feel all the love and all the beauty, not just with you receiving it, but you looking at it. So there are chandeliers, there's beautiful wood from front to back. The tile choices we picked them out. Like we picked every detail for those spaces because we wanted our customers to be pleased. We wanted them to return because we understood and understand the concept that, yes, we could get you here for one service, but how can we keep you here? Because we value you. And so we're putting something out that you will not only appreciate today, but you will come back. You will bring your mother. You will bring your sister, your friend. We will bring your brother. You'll bring everybody. Why? Because this place is giving like, yeah, we go here. Like this is our spot. We are well taken care of, right? Like this is not a place that we're supporting. We're coming here because we love it. It's everything. We go here. Okay. We're pulling up on you. That was All Dolled Up Beauty Bar. Bomb. Okay. Diva ER Salon Suites. Same energy. Okay. Same building, new ownership. It was solely my project. And did a year and 8 months. And I was like, you know what? This is not flowing the way that I can see it flowing. And before I start trimming back on things that are a standard for me, I'm going to close. So I chose to close the salon because I was not going to waver on what I was offering to my customers, my clients, right? So when I say that, small window in, if the building, so the salon suites period, just so you're clear, if the booth rent is not paid or your suite rent is not paid, that affects the house. The house doesn't have to operate if all of the suites are not taking care of what they need to take care of. I can work from anywhere. April Marie can work from anywhere, right? I don't have to have a building with 10 suites in order for it for me to work. I'm housing this space for all of the ladies that are gentlemen. If they want to have clients and work and do their thing, great. That was the goal of the business. That did not happen the way I thought it should. And I don't have to support everyone's dreams and goals. Like that's not what this is. This is a collaborative working space. It was not collaborative after a certain amount of time. And that's okay, right? There was a shift that happened. And we'll get into that too. Paying attention to the shift, right? In business. Handle her with care. So during the pandemic, I started a merchandise line. So yes, the podcast is also Handle Her with Care podcast, but Handle Her with Care is a collection of hoodies, t-shirts, panties, biker shorts, which I'm going to bring back the biker shorts. Okay. If you're asking and you know, I know they're the best for real. Okay. So I'm bringing them back. But the point is that there was a standard in which I operated even during the pandemic, right? There was a standard of care. I'm very big on that. So even though I know I'm running down the different businesses that I have started and created and really, kept up and tried to continue, in excellence, because that's literally what I stand on. Yes, I'm a Black business, but I'm a good Black business that happens to be Black. Yeah, I'm a good business that happens to be Black. Like, because anyone could patronize my business and feel seen and feel like, okay, I spent my dollars well. I came here, I received a service. Thank you. I have customers of all ethnicities, right? Yes, I am Black and I do cater to my people. That is the culture. The space is culturally relevant. But I do have people from all ethnicities that come into the space and respect it. But yes, I am a Black-owned business, but I operate in excellence, right? So I'm going somewhere. I hope you guys are keeping up with me. And then we have Handle Her with Care podcast. I film here at 61 Creator Space. I love it. The goal is to keep filming here and to keep the standard of filming. So the camera, right? The lighting, the angles, all of the things, I'm submitting excellence to you. That's the goal. So as a business owner, it should be our goal to push excellence out. Okay. I'm also I wrote a journal, but it is a book, right? And so I am published and I am copywritten as an author. The journal's bomb. It's beautiful. I'll show it to you after the show because that's when I do that promotion for it. But it's beautiful. It's the pages are soft. The cover and everything about it gives you soft. And the name of it is the Soft Space Journal, 90-day journal. So I'm going somewhere with this conversation because I want all of us to think about the things that we've experienced either as a business owner or things that we've experienced as a consumer that has kind of shaped the way we view Black-owned businesses. Okay? So I'm going to tell you, about entrepreneurship, the standard, the chaos, and my concern moving forward, right? So I often hear people say the term, when they're talking about Black-owned businesses, they say, oh yeah, I'm going to go ahead and support the Plenty of Fish. That's a Black-owned business in this Antelope Valley. I love Plenty of Fish. I get my fried fish from there. I don't complain about anything because what's to complain? I'm asking for fish. I'm going to get fish. It is what it is, right? Appreciate you. Thank you. It's going to be good too. And hot. Thank you. Appreciate it. Why, though, does it have to be support? How about we reframe the way we look at patronizing our own businesses, and we just say, instead of, well, it's a tone. Y'all know the tone. It's a tone that says they need me. So I'm going to go ahead and give them my little twos and fews, right? That's the energy. Why? Like, can we reframe that into, have you been talking to a friend of any ethnicity? Have you been to Plenty of Fish? Plenty of Fish seafood? It's freaking delicious. Like, I enjoy it. It's always hot for me, right? I love it. I can go in there or I can call it in. They do DoorDash, right? So that's the conversation. Instead of saying, yeah, well, there's a Black-owned business. Because that conversation, it has got to stop, because what we're doing is we're tearing down our own community, our own businesses, right? I'm getting to the business owner in a second. As a matter of fact, I think I'm starting with the business owner, but I'm just talking about the word support right now because I want to get it kind of ingrained in our heads that it's not the most positive word when you're describing your patronization of a business. And it's only truly used in the Black business community. And we need to make that Black history. We need to stop doing that. History, cut it out. We're not supporting this Black business. We go here. We're not just showing up this one time to see how they do, because what if they probably not go. No, we are going and it's going to be good. It's going to be fine. Here's the other thing. You didn't cook. It was hot. Did you make it? No. Is it going to be perfect? Probably not. But now do we have to tear it down on the back end? Is it possible that you could be like, hey, Miss April, talking to me when I'm trying to think of something. That's terrible. When I got my hair pressed, it sweated out like the next day. Miss April, I don't know what happened, but generally it's more, it lasts longer. You're talking to me about a problem with my business. If you take that same conversation and you face it outward and you tell the world, now the business that was just trying to figure out how to get it right and trial and error. Okay, well, I did use a new shampoo or a different conditioner. Well, you did book for a flat iron. I did just flat iron. I did not press. I generally press, but what you booked for, I did give. There's a conversation that could be had, but instead you did not talk to me. You turned the conversation to the world and you told everybody, don't go to her. Because when I went, it was like this. That's your personal experience. Someone else could really have appreciated it. Someone else could have really loved the vibe at Bloom Ranch, right? That's the black farm, the ranch out here in Antelope Valley. Largest ranch in Southern California happens to be Black owned. See the conversation? Do you see how it shifted? Even the way you view it shifts in your head. Okay. I know it did for me. Let me know, for real, in the comments, if you heard that shift and if it made more sense to you, how I'm saying we need to reframe the way we speak about our Black-owned businesses. I went to the largest ranch in Southern California, and can you believe it's Black-owned? And it was amazing. They had a Taco Tuesday. Well, it was their first one. They're getting the kinks worked out, right? And other than that, we had tacos. I had wine. I had great conversation. I met some people. It was a vibe. I would have done the same thing at Madrano's, another local business that is not Black owned, but I would have done the same thing at Madrano's, right? I would have done the same thing if I would have went to El Torito or whatever. I would have heard Spanish music. I would have had tacos. I would have had some sort of alcoholic beverage, possibly, or whatever. So it's just like reframing the way that we view it so that we can have a better outcome and our businesses can last. You guys, our businesses are dying off every day, and it is really hard to witness, hard to watch, hard to hear, because I am Black business. I mean, I live for it. I love it. It does something to me to be like, oh my God. And you know what's even more amazing is when I go to a business and it's operating flawlessly. And then I say, oh, well, who is the owner? I ask that because I am an owner that also loves excellence. And so when I ask that, I'm asking it because I'm like, girl, and tell me who did this, because it's everything, baby. Oh, from the top to the bottom. Yes, I love it. Thank you, right? And then like, oh, this is our owner, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yes. I'm not looking at her saying, oh, well, I came to support you because, I heard that you was having a little business over here. Why? Why is that? Why is that the tone and why is that the texture? Get it together. Get it together. I can't. All right. So back to the support, the word. We support charities, the Boys and Girl Scouts, right? World famous chocolates. The kids ring your doorbell. Hey, would you like to buy a chocolate for $1? That's support. That is fundraising. That is different than entrepreneurship. It just is. I totally will get a ticket to the basketball team car wash from the local high school because I'm supporting their vision for their, for their school project. This is not a project. This is someone who has invested their business, right? It's not a project. It's someone who is investing their life's work, their imaginative thought, the works of their hands, the energy from their brain, the freaking courage to manifest it in real life. Let's talk the courage to manifest it in real life, to bring it to life for a customer to appreciate. Right? I'm not just here to talk about the customers. I'm about to get to the businesses right now, okay? I promise, because everybody has a corrective measure here, because I'm a consumer too, but I'm also a businesswoman. And I understand how people can view business. And I also understand how customers can view businesses. Is that what we said? How businesses can view customers and how customers can view businesses. I'm on both sides of the coin. So excuse me I hope it's not confusing, but I just want to make sure that we're clear. This is Black History Month and we need to make supporting Black business history. We need to patronize and continue to do so because the health of our economic community is failing. Black business, that's our Black economic center. This is how we keep the dollar in our circle, in our community. This is how we continue to support the vision of the community. This is how we inspire our young people to continue to think bigger and dream bigger. You can have your own product, your own process. This is what this is about. It's a community thing. And so if every time you go into a business that might not quite meet your personal standard to a T, or might not hit your personal expectation to a T, if you could just hold it until you speak to management, please. It helps all of us. I'm not necessarily even talking about me. I don't have a brick and mortar business anymore. Okay? Anybody who complains to April Marie is complaining to me about some service that I did to them directly because I'm the only one who can solve the problem. And thank God I have very little complaints. God is good. Won't he do it? Because, oh my God, it's overwhelming. But I do want us to change. I do want us to change the language. Okay. Let's see, guys. Okay. So I do want to talk about this too. We are quick to discuss the small businesses and what they do wrong. And we will spew that negative narrative everywhere. We'll tell everybody, girl, because did you go over here? But we're not going to talk about how I spent $21 on a cheeseburger at Carl's Jr. Hello, somebody say amen. And it was a sloppy, nasty mess. Now, I may have time to run back through the drive-thru and get another sloppy, nasty mess. But I'm not going to leave there and call 5 to 6 people. Girl, listen, because I went to Carl's Jr. We're not going to do that. We don't. And I'm saying we because we don't. Now, we may give them a break I'm going to take a break from them because that was $21 and the burger was nasty, blah, blah, blah. But we're not spewing it the same way we do when it is our own businesses. Okay? So let's stop that because it's weird. I don't know what that is. But I know that we can do better as a collective because I see it and I hear it. And because I've owned business, right? And because I have my ear to the ground because I am also a consumer, I'm also a conscious business owner. So I'm listening to not only my own customer experience when I'm watching and I'm thinking and do you want coffee, tea? Do you need something? What do you need? Your feet okay? Put your legs up. Am I hurting you? Do you feel that? Okay. Is that painful? Okay. I don't want it to be painful. Beauty is not pain. Beauty is beauty. Okay. Now, sometimes you might be a little uncomfortable, but it's not supposed to hurt. So let me know if you're okay. Are you all right? Constantly checking in, right? Okay, how was the oil when you used it on your scalp? How did it feel? Did you like these are all of the check-ins that I'm doing. I'm going to get there because we are also talking about and talking to small businesses as well. Okay? But those are the conversations that I'm having in my head because I want to make sure that my customer's experience is top tier. Okay. All right. So, I'm big on this, supporting the vision of Black entrepreneurs. So when I say that, I'm telling you from the perspective of people do come to me, they do ask me for insight, information, and I share it willingly, right? I am a wealth of knowledge, period. I know a lot of things. Because I have a lot of personal experience with a lot of different things. Okay. I've lived a very full life. Praise God. Okay. But what I've learned is that seeing a Black business owner succeed, it isn't just inspiring, it's corrective. So I hope that makes sense. When I say the word corrective, I'm not talking about, like yes or no. I'm thinking and I'm saying that kid that didn't think that it was possible to do this is now seeing you do this and now knows that it is a possibility. That's amazing. To me, that's why we do the things that we do. It's inspirational to the culture. It pushes back against narratives like we don't own anything, we can't build anything sustainable, and that success only comes from outside of our community. So the support becomes symbolic with if they win, we all win. And that symbolism matters deeply even when the product itself is comparable elsewhere. So, okay, here we go. This salon over here is offering and selling these products. This beauty supply over here is offering and selling these products. I'm going to go to the beauty supply right over here, VIP. I'm going to get my products from there. I can get them from Walmart. I'm already here, but I'm choosing to go to VIP to patronize that business because there are the same products there. It's a conscious decision not to support, but to patronize because just like Walmart, if no one's purchasing, what are we doing? I have gone to Walmart and had issues and I didn't leave there and be like, at Walmart, they was like, but we will do that with our Black owned businesses. We have to do better. We have to do better as consumers. I'm about to go to the other side of the coin though. I think I said this earlier, but I just wanted to touch on it again. Give the feedback to the company or to the management owner, if you know them, or not, right? If they're in the building, because it's a small business. Hey, can I speak to the owner? Can I speak to the manager? No, nothing's wrong. I just wanted to give some feedback. As another Black woman, giving feedback to another Black woman on, hey, the environment was really nice here, but the staff was a little bit testy. I don't really know if something was going on today or just what, but I definitely want to come back and have a better experience. But I just wanted you to know how that felt for me because I am a consumer and I love to buy beauty products and I'm here to buy them and I'm irritated that it didn't go as planned, but you're the one who can fix it. So let me tell you. Easy. I'm getting to the business owner. But I will say that after that conversation, if the business owner does not make adjustments, and on your next visit as a consumer, or your next couple of visits as a consumer, give it a couple minutes to work the kinks out, okay? Your next visit as the consumer, or, whatever, your follow-up visits are still unpleasant. That means that the owner is not quite concerned with customer experience, because they would have either let that girl or guy go and got someone else in there, or they would have rectified it throughout their whole entire system to make it smooth and seamless for their customers. And if that's not being done, then for whatever reason, if you don't go back, completely fine. But even that conversation could be something like, if you chose to say, I went there. It's just not for me. It's not for me. I'm a little bit too whatever particular. So it's fine. It's not for me, but I'm sure if you need blah, 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 you can go there and get it. That's it. Because it's not personal. It's just business. And if that business doesn't work for you, fine, don't go. But don't deter everybody that you know from going. All right. So many Black consumers have experienced within our community. I'm not talking exclusively about one industry, right? I'm talking about across the board. This is what I hear from consumers, because I work in an industry where everyone is very expressive in the beauty salon, and they're just like, I went over here and it was so overpriced, or I did this and it was terrible, and I thought that, right? So there's the conversation happening. So I'm always listening. And so within our own community, we have experienced being overcharged, underserved, disrespected, and invisible in corporate and community spaces as Black consumers. This is a part of our experience. Small Black businesses often feel like they're more relatable, more accountable, right? More culturally fluent. So patronization becomes about psychological safety, not just price or convenience. I know that I might pay a little more dollars for blah, 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 but I'm going here because I know when I leave, I won't have that feeling in my chest, like I have been performing for an hour, or like I've had to code switch just to get service, right? Or whatever, like you feel. So it's like, it's just girl, just charge me, because I'm here. I love it. I can do all my stuff, and my music is playing and I feel comfortable. So that's the energy. As business owners, we don't want to take advantage of that, but it is a beautiful thing to be able to bring someone in and they feel welcome. Not only welcome, but they feel seen, they're supercharged, they feel inspired and excited and just ready to go for another 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, right? If it's a restaurant, same energy. It's like, yeah, I want the food to be good, but dang, it was nice looking at Maya Angelou's poem on the wall. And man, it felt good looking at, the Black authors on the wall and this and the records playing, it's just the energy of our culture that is so beautiful. Until, then you hit the wall as an entrepreneur. Now I'm switching gears from consumer experience to the entrepreneurial burden. And business owners, we have to do better. That's just it, right? If your vision is to own a restaurant, you own a restaurant. The name of your business is Chicken Shack. Every time I go, you're out of chicken. I don't understand that. You're a soul food restaurant. Why are you always out of macaroni and cheese, greens, and sweet potatoes? No. It's just, at this point, it's just no. It's just that we require better, because you named it the Chicken Shack Soul Food Restaurant, and there's nothing here. I can come. I have. There's no drive-through. It's not convenient. It's in the space that it's in, and then I have to get out of the car, walk through the plaza, get to your restaurant, and I'm excited because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I didn't eat. This is my lunch break. I only have an hour. I want to come into this nice establishment that is supposed to be a good business that happens to be Black owned, that I want to patronize. So the consumer has the right mindset. And they come into your business, not personal space, business space. It is not clean. Why? The ingredients are not fresh. Why? You're out of your key ingredients that are in the name of your business. Why again? The service workers are disgruntled. The cashiers and they're irritated. So, I'm gonna tell you, I have experienced that. And sometimes it is difficult to swallow the being disgruntled. It is hard for me to just be like, what? How? Dang, I was on a lunch break. Really not a lunch break. I'm an entrepreneur, right? But I'm speaking for the consumers, okay? Let me live. So I'm on a lunch break. I only had 45 minutes. Now 15 minutes is gone because I just plucked through your whole menu trying to figure out. It took me 7 minutes to drive here. Now I'm freaking out of time. I got to go to stupid Del Taco. Because what a letdown. It does feel, when it is a Black-owned business, as a Black woman consumer, it does feel like a letdown. It feels almost painful, almost like a community fail, because I want to be able to tell people about the businesses. I want to be able to refer people. And when I can't, April Marie, here at Handle Her With Care podcast, I'm quiet about it. You could say, hey, do you know a nice restaurant? I will name off the nice restaurants. Okay. I want yours to be included. Okay. I will name off the good braiders. I want you to be included, but I can't advocate for you if you're never on time. You overcharge. Because what is that? I don't know. Well, I don't know what overcharging looks like for you. I'm not saying what overcharging is because I work in the beauty industry and I will not be blacklisted. So I'm not saying what overcharging is, but you're overcharging. You're fluctuating your prices based on your bills and whatever's going on. This is not just for hairstylists. This is for any industry that is, like a service industry. There are things that are happening that would leave anyone irritated. So we have to do better so that we can retain clients, customers, retain. You cannot grow a business off of one-hit wonders. That's what I call them. When you have a customer one time and they never come back. Could you imagine if you were trying to build a business and you only had one-time visits and then crickets? Or maybe even three-time visits and then crickets. Like, that's not how you build a sustaining business. That's not how you're able to provide for your family. That's not how you're able to save money. That's not how you're able to build and scale your business. It is solely based on your client's returning value. Right? Customers returning, having you be their staple. Why? Because it's good business that happens to be Black-owned. It's not like they're seeking out Black businesses and then be like, okay, let me seek out this Black business and then let me talk bad about it. No, it's like, you are a Black-owned business, you operate excellently, and people come, and then when they find out that you're Black-owned, they are even more accelerated. And you know what? This is Black-owned. That's what I be hearing. Because did you know that? That's what I be saying. I be like, yeah, girl, I knew. Yep, it is. It's Black-owned. A Black couple owns. Isn't that nice? I didn't even know. So, okay. Wow. Because I used to own the salon next to Plenty of Fish in Lancaster. And so their audience is predominantly, or their customer base is predominantly Black, or pretty much, right? I mean, there's other people too, but pretty much. And so because I had my picture hanging in the salon in the front, so when people come in or if they walk past our glass, then you would see my face, which I'm a Black woman, and then look around at the door. So I would have some people come in like, yeah, this place is black owned. I'm like, yes, ma'am, it is. This is your place? Yes. What do y'all do here? Because it was good business that happened to be black owned. And I'm fine. Like my picture was hanging in the door. So anyone who knew, who walked by knew that it was owned, curated or whatever by a black woman. They knew that. And when it was me and Courtney, we had our picture at the front door. And when me and Denisha and For Hair Honey, we have our picture at the front door. On our website for sure. Absolutely. But for me, it's even cooler when you can see it. But also you're like, but I just go here. I just love this because it's good. I'm not supporting it. I love this. I am a patron of this business because of the effort that the business owner has put into it. And they got me. I'm here, period. That's the energy that you want as a business owner. We have to keep the standard. Create a standard of care for your customers, for your clients. Create a standard. There's a standard in which we operate here. And that's okay if it's not your standard, to your liking, ma'am, customer. Not everyone is going to patronize your business. That's okay. I know we're black, you're black, winning, but this might not be the space for you. And that is also okay. Right? There doesn't have to be guilt. And I'm going to get into that right now. Let's see. Customer. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. Let me also say really quick before I get into that. Customer referrals. We do, as small businesses, we love customer referrals. Love them. They're amazing. Yes. Bring everyone to me, your friends, your family, your sisters, your brother, everybody. I will take care of them. Thank you. This is how I'm able to continue to flow, right? So then it's important for our small business owners to remember that we need our people. We need our guests to be satisfied. If they are dissatisfied, it takes 7 impressions. I believe it's 7 impressions for someone to buy into what it is that you're selling. And like an additional 3 for them to actually hit that next step and come. Isn't that interesting? So they could hear about you like 3 times and it doesn't mean anything. But on that like 7th time, if they're really searching and looking and piecing together and they hear April, go to April. That's when they'll actually take the next move and look at the website. They'll close it out though. They'll look, but close it out. And then come back again and then look and be like, I don't know. Well, let me see. Well, let me deep dive on her Instagram. Let me check. It takes all of that convincing for that one thing. You get them in your chair or in your business, in your restaurant, and you don't uphold your end of the bargain. You don't execute quality. You don't execute excellence. It took all of that marketing strategy you didn't even study for. You just was like going, like, let me just try. It worked. You got them here. How do you keep them? How? How do you keep them at that point? All right. By having a standard of care. By being available and open to input. That is how you keep your clients. Right? By being concerned with their experience while they're dining. You're looking around at the tables, you're checking. Go check on table 6. Because you see them moving around in their chair. They're seeming a little, right? These are the things that are important. And if you think that I'm being ticky on small business, go look at big business. Go look at Ruth Chris. I mean, right? That's a good restaurant. Adopt their standards of excellence and care. They have a huge following in every state almost. And it's the standard. If I say, I'm going to Ruth Chris, everyone knows what I'm saying. I'm going to have a great experience. I'm going to have a delicious meal. I'm going to be waited on very well. I'm not going to say hand and foot, but very well. It's very clear that they want you to have an elevated experience, right? The drinks will be handcrafted. Everyone has a smile. people are just walking by greeting you. Hi, hi, hi. Adopt the standard of care that works and that you see people coming back to. They are never empty. They're always fully committed. Try them on a Saturday night. They're going to be fully committed. Do you think that when white people visit that business that they're saying, well, I'm going to go support Ruth Chris? No one has ever said that in the history of Ruth Chris. I'm going to go support it. No, they're saying, oh my gosh, I got reservations. But guess what though? Ruth Chris is making sure that that is the language. Ruth Chris is making sure that they're saying. So even on a smaller level though, you can have those same systems in place. Let me go. If you only have 4 tables in your establishment, you're a small soul food kitchen. You know what? Guys, staff, we have 30 cohesive meals today. So the goal is to sell all 30. And, hey, that's enough. How much chicken we have? After that, we're closing at 2. We're closing at 2 p.m. Every day we will close at 2 p.m. until we require more. So people understand, okay, we've come, they sold out. Yeah, they closed by 2 because everything's fresh. Then the language changes about you. Well, everything's fresh. So, and they never run out, but they sell out. It's not a run out. It's a sellout. We sold out of everything. Stop saying that. When I go into a business and I'm like, Jesus, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having PTSD. When I go into a business and I'm like, oh, do you still have the, chicken? And they're like, oh no, we're out of that. Reframe. Well, we did have chicken earlier today. We are actually closing because we have sold out of all of our deals or our meals today. You can check back with us tomorrow between 10 and 2 because we do close at 2. It's like, I missed it. That would be the energy. I'm late. Well, yes, ma'am, it is 1:30. I mean, we generally have enough to last until 2 because it is 30 meals and we do open up at 10. However, yes, today you did miss it. I'm not missing tomorrow because I really want some chicken. Yes, ma'am, and we'll see you then. You can pre-order. You can place it. There's so many ways that you can reframe those conversations because you want them to come back. I want to come back. All right. I'm scrolling through my notes because I done skipped all over the place, okay? Because it's just getting good to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Sometimes, okay, not patronizing Black businesses can seem or feel disloyal, or disconnected from the Black culture and community. And I want you to know that that is not true. That's not true. It doesn't mean that. It could just mean that you have a different taste. And that is also okay because where you spend your money and how you spend your money is your business. Now, it is a beautiful thing when we can see our dollars circulating within our own pool, but it is not. It's better. I'll say it like this. If you come to Black-owned businesses that you like and appreciate so that you can keep your communication about those businesses on a positive note. Does that make sense? Like stop trying to go to places that don't fit. Well, I tried to go there, but because they're Black owned, so I just tried it just to see. Well, all of those words are coming from a space of doubt. You were concerned before you came up in here, so maybe you should just not come. Okay, leave it to someone who's a little bit gracious to come and to patronize the business and to pay their money, whatever the cost is, and to enjoy the experience, whatever it looks like. Leave it to them. If you're going to come in and you're already off top frustrated with, what you've experienced out in the world that had nothing to do with this business that you're here right now, and you're going to take all of that and push it onto the business. Yes, the business should upgrade and do better. But we have to do better too. It's like I feel like I'm talking as two people right now. But y'all have to get it. We have to get it because we gotta work on this. We have to come together. How else is this gonna work? Okay, so the shift that's happening now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. The younger Black consumers are beginning to say, I want to patronize, but I do need value, quality, and professionalism. This does signal evolution because, yes, it's important to still patronize the business, but sustainability requires excellence. That's exactly what I'm talking about, not obligation. They're not obligated to buy with you. And if you produce excellence, they will, though. Y'all got me? Yeah. The mindset is moving from emotional loyalty to an empowered choice. I only want to be your choice. I only want you to be like, you know what? I get my hair growth oil from My Hair Honey, okay? Because it's the bomb. It smells good. My hair's been growing. It's soft and manageable. Thank you. I don't want it to be, well, it's her product. So I guess I'll get one. No, don't buy it if that's how you feel. I want you to love it. I want you to love it. Please don't buy this stuff because you're doing it out of a favor. No. And I would tell people all the time, for different things, they would come to the salon and say, oh, well, I was coming because I know you own it. No. Was it good? Was your service okay? Right? Like, no. I want to make sure that you're happy. Well, I know there's a massage place next door. I just figured, if that, I would just try it. It's right next to the door to your place, and I was going to get my hair done after. And I'm like, girl, where you spend your money is where you spend your money. I'm sorry you had a subpar experience, and so you went here, and now you're happy. I want you to be happy, and I'm sorry that I could not meet your standard, right? So, small business owner, that was an apology to a consumer. I am sorry that I could not meet your standard. And what I want to do now is know what you needed and let me see if it matches with my core value system as a business. So after your massage over here at Burke Williams, right, then they gave you water, right? You sat in a quiet room. You had hot towels or whatever for your hands, they had aromatherapy towels. Okay. Does that match my business model? Could I add that to make the shift? Would it attract more people with the same elevated mindset? Because that's who I want. Maybe I can implement one new thing at a time and kind of advertise it as a soft opening so that people feel seen, heard, right? Appreciated, and empowered to make a choice. You know what? I told Miss April that they gave me all the stuff at Burke Williams, and then she had her massage therapist accommodate. So she has lavender towels now. It's all of the things. But it took that customer to tell Miss April to make the change. And guess what? Here comes the cycle. She's coming back. Now she goes here. And now she's patronizing this business consistently because that is how you grow. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So let's see. All right. Business owners can feel entitlement to patronization from other Black people without doing better business. So these are my notes, and I know I've walked all over these notes, ran all through them. But let me just say that to the Black business owner, no one has to spend their dollars with you. It's not advertised off top that you are the owner and that you are Black. They know when they come into your business, they can feel, taste, touch, and smell your vibe. It's an experience. Allow their experience to be a sweet takeaway. Like, oh, it was so nice there. Even if it's simple, it can still be clean. It can still be right. It can still be good business, a good business. And then you look and you're like, dang, this is black owned. Let me tell you something. And then I'm gonna be done. I went to the cutest bar in West Adams. It is called what? Damn, I Miss Paris. Okay, such a cute name because I do miss Paris for real in real life. And so I go up in there, and I'm scouring the place because first of all, I love the name. And I'm looking around and I'm like, wow, this place is very velvety. And like, it's giving something, familiarity, right? It's a mixed crowd, cute booths, people just everywhere. It's very lively, very cute, super chic. Like, oh, it's sexy. It was a sexy vibe up in there. Get to the bar and I see these coasters. On the top, it says, damn, I Miss Paris. And you flip it over. Girl, there's a black girl with braids swinging them and her hands in her pockets. And she's like cute, like a little, picture. I'm like, is this black owned? Oh my God. Go to the bathroom. There's black women on the walls. Jesus, this place. I was like, yes, and yes. It was excellence personified, okay? It was all together. The drinks were handcrafted and beautiful. The staff was multi-ethnic. It was a collective of people that were on the same page. You could tell they were a team. The drinks were flowing. It was a vibe in there. It was beautiful. Kudos to that experience. I didn't know what I was walking into. It was a good business that just happened to be owned by Black people. And let me tell you this. I'm not saying that we want our businesses to mimic white businesses or Jewish businesses or any other business. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that if we raise the level of excellence that we require as consumers and as business owners alike, because we're all consumers and we're all in the same boat together, raise the standard. And then we will see people coming, not just because you're Black. I don't want you to come just because I'm Black. I want you to come because it's good. It's delicious. I want you to come because it is a favorable experience that you could take something cool away from it. I want you to come because you like fresh produce and it's a ranch and that's what we have. And even though it might not be laid out, like Sara Lee, because we're still a small business. I don't know if that's a farm's or if it's just bread, but whatever. I said it because it sounds like a white farm. Sorry. Okay. It is what it is. But I don't care what. Like we appreciate it because it is ours and because we know that they are working hard to produce what they're producing. And it is good. It is good. There is nothing wrong with it. Do you want more embellishments? Maybe. Is that a personal preference? Is it a requirement of that business that they have those embellishments? Not necessarily. Big picture, not necessarily. So if you're that person who is going to nitpick it to death, do not come. And if you are a business owner who refuses to elevate and just is serving, subpar, who cares? Then maybe you should reconsider that as well. Because as a member of the Black community, as a Black business owner as well, I, require excellence. I love it. I enjoy it. It's everything to me. And so I'm not setting the standard for you, but I'm saying come on over to this good standard so that you can have a good business that happens to be Black. And not a Black-owned business that these people got to support because we got to fundraise for you. By the way, You know, go to Doolin's. If you haven't been, go check it out. It's a good soul food place. It is in LA. You know, they are a Black owned business. I saw that they had a GoFundMe and I was really saddened by that because they have been around for 30 something years. And to me, every time I go to Doolin's, hello, the language, I have a great time. My food is always hot. It's always extremely flavorful. They have a lot of good portions. So I'm able to take food home and really honestly feed me and my kid. You know, I got one at home now. So I'm like, and to see them have a GoFundMe for whatever the issue was with business, I was like, dang, you know, community support is necessary. But bigger than that is that our local food spot. Is that the local watering hole that we go to Doolin's. Oh, no, we go every Friday night because they have chicken and a biscuit for whatever. Like, yeah, we just go up there and have a drink and blah, blah, blah. Are we patronizing Doolin's or are we just like watching from afar? Like, yeah, they've been around for a long time. Last time I went was 3 years ago and they got my order wrong. Huh? Starbucks get my order wrong every time I go. What is you talking about? Wrong. Loud and wrong. Starbucks, yes, every time. I have to like get home and doctor it up and make it better every time. It's a very subpar experience, but I'm not bad mouthing it. And guess what? Even after that bad experience, I went back probably in the same doggone week. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Show some grace. Give your complaint to the owner or the management. Keep your mouth off the business in the street. And come back. See if they've leveled up. Those are the takeaways that I would love for you to absorb from today. It is Black History Month. Okay, got my bracelets and everything on. Yes, I love this month. I love Black history really all year long. It's everything to me. And so if you love this podcast, if you like this conversation, right? If you've flown with me and you understand everything that I was saying, even though I was talking out of both sides, the consumer and the entrepreneur, please hit the subscribe button because I need subscribers and I'm ready for that. I'm ready to grow this leg of one of my businesses because I think that more people need to have some honest conversations. It is Handle Her With Care podcast. So I do talk about anything that has to do with her, which is me, and her, which is you. But I also just want to be a relevant, safe space, soft space for people to come and hear some real conversation from myself. And when I have guests from people that are killing it in their own world, but also find time to save space for themselves. Now, with that being said, let me move my lip gloss. Soft Space Journal. It's a 90-day journal. It is so pretty. Okay. I know you can't see all the details. It does come with stickers. It comes with daily self-care moments. It comes with weekly check-ins. It comes with monthly check-ins for you to put a sticker on the days where you have done some self-care, right? I'm trying to get to that page so I can show you what it looks like. Yeah. So this is what that page looks like, right? Okay. So you would just put a sticker on the days that you care for yourself. What this serves is as a visual representation of how you cared for yourself. No stickers, no self-care. You didn't remember to put the stickers? That means you wasn't journaling. That means no self-care. I mean, come on. You know, it goes there, right? The intentionality behind how you care for yourself and show up for yourself truly makes a difference in how you show up for everybody around you. Are you grouchy mama? You grouchy mama because you're not self-caring, right? You grouchy sister? You mad auntie? Yeah. Anyway, you're not taking time for yourself. Are you that irritated employee? You're not taking time for yourself. That mean owner, boss woman, she's a boss. Yeah, she's a boss and she's mean. Why? Oh, because she forgot to journal in her soft space journal. Yeah. I'm just saying. It's good. It's pretty. It's shiny. It's a bedside table. Get into it. With that being said, I just want to say thank you for coming. Please hit the subscribe button so that I can continue to host these amazing shows and bring you amazing topics that mean and something and matter. Okay. I'm so excited to see you next week for our next topic. I'm not sure what it is. I had it in my mind, but I'll wait and I'll save it. I might even drop it in the comments. With that being said, please continue to handle yourself with care. You can find me on Instagram at handleherwithcare_podcast. You can also find me on Instagram at my personal page at rockstar_life. That's ROXSTARR_life. And then you can also access me and everything I do over there on my website, www.aprilmarieholland.com. So there's my podcast on there. There's Lovey's House on there. There is ways to book Lovey's House. There are ways to book a hair appointment, consultation. There's all the different ways that you can access me through my website. And I'm so excited to see you either there or here. Either way, like, share, and subscribe. I love you. And always remember to handle yourself with care. Okay, bye. Mwah.